Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, there is here Messi! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And he's gone searching crossfield. Well, that pass isn't the best.
I'll be accused of bias here, but I can't overlook the great professional that is Javier Zanetti.
He's tried one! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Mbappe certainly got the pace he wanted on that, but not the all-important bend.
Roberto Carlos. The ball is loose and the chase is on. He's found the way through. Charge, surely! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Cafu. And Stojkovic. Spread out to the left. Zanetti cuts out the pass. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He's shifting through the gears here.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Xavi Alonso over to the other side. Roberto Carlos kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Now it's Kaká. Messi. And Messi! Ambitious, but just off target.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
Danielson might just make this. Inter Milan yet to have an attempt on goal. Arsenal finding their passes. Spread it left. Swept in. Rijkaard gets it clear. Davids. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Davids. Now it's Messi. Goes for a shot! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Roberto Carlos. Danielson. Next Stojkovic.
Oh, really well played.
An uncompromising challenge. Messi. Good purposeful running this. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Arsenal really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. And here's Mbappe. And the finish! Oh, that was no routine save.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
That is a brilliant interception. Played out to the left flank. Xavi Alonso. Rice. And here's Mbappe. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
And he's going direct. Oh, it's a stunning goal! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Well, that was wonderful in every regard. Vision, concept, and considerable accuracy.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
A 1-0 lead established.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Evair. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Kaka. Can he finish? Chooses to go back. And the shot! And the keeper's got it again. Zanetti. It's Roberto Carlos. And it's Davids. That's a dangerous ball. Oh, whistle's gone. Now then. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. The chance to pull further clear. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not much more than a formality.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Mbappe has got himself a free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear up.
He's had a crack. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And that's it for the first half, a breathless ending.
Those of you making their way home on public transportation today, please watch the screen for train departure times from all local major stations.
Here we go again then.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
And it's Kaka. It's a threatening ball. He's had a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? That's tidy. Shoots! And the ball's come loose here.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
That's a good ball out wide. That has not gone well. Davids. And here's Kaka. Oh, that's nice. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Davids. He's in a good position here. Oh, that's delightful. Oh, that was vital. He's going to be disappointed with that. And he has been fouled there. Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. All the defenders determined to ensure that there is no repeat of the first goal.
Number 22, Ggggg. Number 10,
Roberto Carlos!
coming on the field.
That's a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
In progress.
Corner number 2 then. Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. That'll be a throw-in. Good steal, he just read it. And here's Cantona. And it's Zanetti. Lovely. Great chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are pulling clear here. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball, and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Arsenal find a position of real strength now. Oh, the ball's gone astray. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Messi!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Some resolute defending there. Stojkovic. Could move up a gear here. Now it's Sané. Inter Milan, perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Rice conjures time and space where few can. Ball's played through, and he's picked it up out wide. Oh, it's a great ball here. And he's there to get it away. Gives it back. Rice. It's a good spell of possession, this. And he's looked. Cantona! Off the post. Nicely spread. Threads one in, and he was quick to react. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And it's Arda Güler. That's good running with the ball. Chance! Oh, it's come off the upright. Couldn't squeeze it through. He's having a go. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Rice. Rice touches it back. Shot could be on. And the shot! They've got to be quick to recover this. That's really well cleared. And it's Davids. Nice control. And he welcomes it in. Turns and goes back. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
He'll fancy himself from here. Going for goal! Oh, the ball's run loose here. It's Roberto Carlos! Keeper's got his work done.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Roberto Carlos plays it short. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Well, plenty of early set pieces here.
Yeah, plenty of jostling in that box. They just need a good delivery.
He gets big! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. That's a sharp pass. That's a nicely shaped ball. And he cuts out the supply. Quality ball. And that will be it. Inter Milan cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable, who simply brushed them off. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited and deserved to be.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and next to me, providing insights, will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Have a look at this. There's the shot! Crossbar comes to the rescue. And this is having a shot! Superb goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. There's the crossfield ball. Rice. Stojkovic.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind.
Oh, smashing header! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
They played crossfield, changing the point of attack. And it's Ggggg. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Mbappe going face-to-face with his great rival. Mbappe! It's there! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
Arsenal are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
And here's Palmer. He's had a shot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Rice can see things others simply cannot. Neither of these two want to come off second best, and this is Messi.
Inter really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And here's Messi. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Davids did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Messi. Looking for options for movement. Zanetti. Fired deep towards the back post.
OK, it didn't quite come off. The execution, I think, needs a retry, maybe with a better outcome.
Back when it goes. They're urging him to shoot. Well, there's contact there one way or another. Oh, it's a penalty. Inter Milan really could have done without this. Neuer will have to save it here, or there's real trouble. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Yeah, the keeper was trying to make him think that he was going to dive one way here. Could have just held a little longer.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Now it's Mbappe. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Rice, not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing. Mbappe, spread it left. Roberto Carlos, now the ball, and a chance! Well, that is remarkable.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Roberto Carlos. Davids. Arsenal looking to pass their way through. Messi will not want to... And Messi! It's hit the upright. And he thumps it clear. And they're back on the ball again. And it's Messi. Can he get on the end of this? And this is Messi. And the shot! It goes to show he is human after all.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Roberto Carlos, and that's been intercepted. Mbappe, not the most accurate pass. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Mbappe. Mbappe. Oh, that's a fine interception.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
He's Roberto Carlos! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting! Yet another goal in an awesome performance! They are in complete charge! That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Takes a shot! It's in! Again, in a trice, and they are... And the half-time whistle goes. Who would have seen this? By any yardstick, it is pretty much ideal for them.
I'm afraid to tell you that we were expecting traffic to be heavy after the final whistle today.
So off we go once more. Inter Milan didn't have a great first half. They need a change of fortune. And again they run up against stubborn defending. Rice. Kaka. Now it's Mbappe. Nicely weighted ball. Cafu.
Arsenal are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way-through zone.
Mbappe, can he finish? Kylian Mbappe! You just cannot stop him! He's got himself an absolute peach. They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. Turns and goes back. That's a good ball. Zanetti is onto this. Chooses to go back. Oh, this is a great position. Shot! Roberto Carlos getting this one clear. And he's gone searching crossfield. And it's Palmer. And here's Mbappe. And he's found a way past. That is lovely. It's loose now and they want to get it back. And this is Messi!
The attendance for this match was 60,810.
And we have our very first corner.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 10, Mbappe. Number 41, Rice. Number 22, Ggggg.
He's in a real chance!
Number 7,
Keeper always had the measure of that.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Number 15.
It's their second corner of the game.
Substitutions taking place.
They've played it short. And here's Messi. And the finish! Oh, denied at the last.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Ggggg. He's picked his way through. Shot a goal! Goal! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
Chance! They've scored! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub. To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is... There's the header! Oh, terrific save.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Alexander-Arnold. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And here's Cantona. That's a good ball out wide. Zanetti. Chance to deliver. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. So, third corner of the game. Roberto Carlos plays it short. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all around.
Barella tries to clear. Ribery. Good running, strong and purposeful. Oh, some tackle that. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. That's a good run down the left. Now that's well seen too. Messi is herring after that one.
Inter really have been second best here, second to every ball, and they can't have any complaints about where they are now. The good thing is they haven't given up, but it's not looking favourable.
Now it's Roberto Carlos. Zanetti. Arsenal ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Davids, who does have an assist to his name. And here's Ggggg.
Oh, great feat, that.
Cantona. Can he finish? He scored! And this is getting ridiculous. Borderline crazy.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Now it's Cantona.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? That is a more than decent save from the goalkeeper. Roberto Carlos. Messi might just make this. Played into space out wide. Alexander-Arnold has it in a wide position. And that should get the job done. It's Wilshere! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. And that is as far as it goes. Inter Milan cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling at times unplayable, who simply brushed them off. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here.
Hello, everybody,
Gorgeous,
and
gorgeous
welcome to
evening. The
today's
skies are
match.
clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check, it'll be 4-5-1, and it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, then the shape of this team takes on a much tidier, compact defensive look.
And he's gone searching crossfield. Rummenigge played out wide. Roberto Carlos played in by Roberto Carlos. Leicester with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Terrific header! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Great chance! And it's in! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Ibair! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Xabi Alonso with the short chance for a shot! And now they can spring out of defence. Can he finish? And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
No, that's been intercepted.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
He's been taken out. Could that be a penalty? No, the referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. Rijkaard has been shown a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
So what can they conjure from this one? And Neuer pulls off a sensational save! Rummenigge. So much time and space here. Tries to get it clear. Oh, he's found support out wide. Pinches it off him. Danielson. Roberto Carlos. He has found the way through. Here it is. Climbs up big!
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
And he's forced to go back. Can he get on the end of this? Tries a shot! Leicester look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Davids. Stoichkov, and the shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Stojkovic is offering a wry smile there.
Inter Milan have their second corner now. They've played it short. And a chance! And that has been knocked clear. Leicester have the chance to go the other way. Rummenigge could try cutting inside here. Drilled in low. Rijkaard is there and he can get that clear. And Hullet! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And again! And again they're denied by the woodwork. Now, can they get him away? Roberto Carlos delivers. That is ended up in no man's land. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Looking for the run. Look, and the shot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
This is their second corner of the game. Up he goes! Yes! And they are cruising away. Certain, searing and imperious.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Oh, what a climb! Brilliant! That is a gem! An absolute gem! They're back within reach! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and made it perfectly.
So is this the start of a comeback? Tries to play it through. Sane providing an outlet on that flank. Oh, that's a key interception. Played into space. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
No, he's not going to get any further than that. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. And it's Hullet. Messi. And this is Messi. Messi! Oh, he's managed to get it all. And the whistle goes for half-time.
And we'd like to inform you now that the latest travel information is currently being displayed on the screen.
Substitution on the field. Number 24, Roberto Carlos.
Here we go again.
Number 10, Messi.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull them back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
It's there! The second half sparked straight into life. And now he has two. Inter Milan get themselves back into contention.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Drogba with a real chance here. Looking to widen the gap even further here. Drogba! They want to be quick to recover this. Inter Milan do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
And here's Neymar. Played out towards the right wing. Now it's Palmer. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And the pass is intercepted.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Pullet. Looking to play him in. Steep. It's Drogba! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he has kept it out somehow.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
So, third corner of the game. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. Davids.
Well, that'll certainly improve their move. All the talking, both tactical and motivational, in that half-time dressing room seems to have paid off for the moment, at least.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are...
Rummenigge! And he hits the net! And this is getting better and better. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Substitution on the field, number 8.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Leicester go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
They've seen the light, and the opposition have been left in the dark.
Roberto Carlos. That's gone for a throw-in. Chance! Sticks it away! Right back in the game! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. And it's hit the woodwork and out! Davids. Cafu. And he goes cross-field.
Good ball, that too.
Here's Roberto Carlos. Knocks it into space. Oh, easy pickings there. Fired deep towards the back post. Well, they've got it again.
Inter really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
The ball is loose and the chase is on. Pass is short and sharp, and it's skewed away. And it's Stojkovic.
Inter really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Neymar is having a shot! Cafu. Pass somewhat off target. Mateus. Threads one in. Tele in acres of space. Goes for a shot! Inter Milan must do something here, and very quickly.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
Tries to pass it through. Stojkovic.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And it's Gavi. He shifted it to the flank. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. And it's dealt with by the outrushing keeper.
This usually is the time teams go into...
And Torres! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Fernando Torres really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Yeah, and the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that.
He rises! Just off target.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Lovely pass, but can he get there?
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Adams. He won't be happy with that one. And this is Neymar. He's onside. Neymar, big header! Firm header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's on his way. Drogba! He's got away with one there.
Well, it wasn't the best pass, was it? The apologetic look says it all, really. He knows he could have got his team in real trouble then.
And that is as far as it goes. Inter Milan can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their all, but ultimately they have fallen just short against... Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Peter, is the impact that can be made between fullbacks and the attacking wide players. These combinations, when worked well, can be a real handful for any opposition, and we're likely to witness that again. You often see the wide man drift inside to allow the fullback to make the run out wide, and it can just throw the opposition off kilter.
Thuram promptly onto that, and that is that. Played out towards the right wing, and it's Messi.
The Dutch introduced total football to the world, and in many ways, Ruud Gullit is the perfect example.
Well, he really could play in any position.
Yes, he started as a sweeper and showed that he could play anywhere in midfield and indeed up front. Big, strong, and absolutely gifted.
And he's gone searching cross-field. Gullit, and a chance! Ruud Gullit! That is just a piece of art! He's got himself an absolute peach. What do you think now about that goal?
Well, I thought once he got the first part of it right by getting his knee over the ball, it was always likely to be drilled very low, and so it proved.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And this is Torres.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And he was quick to react. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rummenigge. Gullit. Has a look and plays it forward. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Roberto Carlos. Adams makes the interception.
Inter really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Adams. Cafu. And it's Messi. Over to the other side. Costa Curta. Looking to play him in. Cristiano Ronaldo. And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. And that's going to be a booking. Mbappe was only too happy to help out in defence.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Inter Milan are behind here, despite their domination of possession. Knocks it into space. And that has been cleared. Alonso. Oh, it's come loose. Can he stop it going out? Looking tidy in possession here. In towards the back stick. It's a mighty effort! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Fernando Torres really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And that has been slung wide. Looking for options for movement. Elects to cross. Terrific header! They've done it! Inter are back in business. Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. Probing pass. Rummenigge is in a really good position out wide. Great chance! He scored! And they're back in front! Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.
Leicester take the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
He's got away. And the counter is on. That's good running with the ball. Davids, foot in. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. Cristiano Ronaldo! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And that has been clubbed away. And it's Roberto Carlos. Seedorf. And he's being shifted off it. Can he get on the end of this? Rummenigge! He's looking wide. And here's Neymar. And we hit half-time. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. Caution certainly not on the agenda here, from both sides.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that 2-goal cushion early in the second half.
Substitution on the field, number 24, Roberto
And
Carlos.
the action is back on the way.
Number 6,
Inter really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Xabi Alonso. Substitution in
He
progress.
has a look up. A header! Against the crossbar. Just off target.
I don't need to tell you he got underneath it, and there's only one place it can go.
Xabi Alonso. That's an imaginative pass. Inter Milan, different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Out to the left it goes. Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Inter Milan with the corner, they're first. Big header! He's missed, but not by that far.
Fernando Torres is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
That is good alertness. Boys bustling through here. Christian. There's the header! Oh, crossbar! No mistake! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Pullet duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
And yes, it's him again. Leicester take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
Now it's Torres.
The attendance for this match was
Vicious ball here.
28,997.
Delightful ball. Neuer gets it. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And this is Ronaldo. Oh, he's through and all alone. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Yes! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Substitution on the field. Number 7. Cristiano
Both sides then
Ronaldo.
taking this chance to
Number
turn to their
23,
benches.
Neymar.
Leicester grab a
Number
3-goal
20,
lead. It's just too easy.
This
Coming
is
on the
wonderful
field,
front-footed
number
football.
9,
The manager will be absolutely
Ibrahimovic.
thrilled to see his team
Number 10,
clicking in every
Messi.
department.
Number
Now it's
11,
Pele.
Pele.
Substitutions
Wilshere.
taking place.
Cafu. He's a sharp little ball here. Palmer gets a cross in. Keeper has taken decisive action. Now that's well seen too. And here's Palmer. He's in a great position here. Messi. Pele. Now what about a counter-attack? Chips it through. And that has been knocked clear. Puyol spots it and intercepts. Now it's Hullet. Now that looks a decent ball. And he cuts out the supply. Costa Curta. Xavi Alonso. Cafu. There's the crossfield ball. To Danielson. Tries to pass it through. Played into the box. And he shoots! Cafu calmly anticipates. That has not gone well. Now it's Ibrahimovic. No, that's been intercepted. Xavi Alonso. That's a good ball out wide. Cafu. Rijkaard kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Wilshere, spread neatly. And he's there to clear it. Ibrahimovic. 5 minutes left on the clock. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Cafu. And it's Roberto. Pass somewhat off target. Leicester do have a chance to counter here. Wilshere. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Cafu. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Inter Milan have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating. There was to be only one outcome.